This one is called the V word. You know what V stands for, I think. Don't say the V word. It puts some people off. They act as if you swore or spat a word out with a cough. They hear that word and straight away you see them start to tense. They think that you're attacking, so they go on the defense. If you say the V word, get ready to be schooled about your health and how your diet choices have you fooled. They'll talk about tradition and the normal way to live, and how animals are happy with the lives they want to give. Don't say the V word, use another word instead. You wouldn't want to make them think about the way they're fed. You could say you're vegetarian, that seems to be okay, but shorten it to vegan and you'll see them run away. Plant-based describes the food you eat, but not the life you live. Being vegan is a lifestyle, there's no other word to give. They think it's too extreme that we care about all life, but it's fine to fund the violence of the bloody butcher's knife. Don't say the V word unless you want to fight. It's hard for them to understand that they might not be right. If you use the V word, you'd better know your stuff. It doesn't matter what you say, for them, it's not enough. It's such a massive change to make, they think, inside their head. Much easier not to change at all and keep eating the dead. So if you say the V word, make sure you say it loud, because if you are a vegan, you should be fucking proud. This one is animal sanctuary. Sanctuary means a place safe from harm, in this case for animals born on the farm, safe from their fate and brought to the rescue. And if you eat meat, they were rescued from you. Sanctuary means a place full of glee, somewhere they're loved, cared for and free. Free to go oink, bark, cluck or moo. And if you drink dairy, they're rescued from you. Sanctuary is a place they call home, barns they can sleep in and land they can roam. Escape from the things they were once forced to do. And if you eat eggs, they're escaping from you. Sanctuaries run by people who care every day in all weather, always they're there. Help if you can, give a fiver or two. Because if you're not vegan, they were rescued from you. Sanctuaries are places in desperate need of volunteers and money for animal feed. I like to help out when I have some time free, because before I went vegan, they were rescued from me. Wildlife. It's lovely to see when an animal's free. The birds in the sky and the fish in the sea. Hedgehogs and badgers out in the wild should cheer up the heart of any adult or child. The squirrels and foxes, the deer in the woods, the frogs and the rabbits, the bees on the buds. All of those animals living their lives, so high are their flights, so deep are their dives, making their homes in a natural way. If only we humans could leave them that way. But they all have a predator after their blood, with nets in the ocean and guns in the wood, hunting and fishing and culling and kills, hungering for all the blood that it spills, with huge packs of hounds and a murderous cry, rods in the rivers and shocks in the sky. Those poor wild animals can never be free until the world goes vegan, obviously. Thank you. I'm going to do a couple of Christmas ones now. It's nearly Christmas, isn't it? If Santa was a vegan. If Santa was a vegan, he wouldn't be so fat. He wouldn't be a chimney-dropping, dairy-guzzling prat. He wouldn't need to mollify every selfish, spoiled brat, and he wouldn't wear the fur from rabbits, bears, and all of that. Reindeer won't be used to pull his sleigh, because that's not right. He'd have to find some other kind of magic for his flight. He wouldn't creep around in people's houses late at night, and of course his bushy beard would be green instead of white. If Santa was a vegan, he'd do a better job. He'd find homes for all the orphans so they wouldn't have to sob. He'd give only plant-based food to be cooked up on the hob. And ho, 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 go vegan would be coming from his gob. His gifts would be sustainable and could be used again. He'd rescue all the animals from suffering and pain. He'd bring goodwill to fall around the world like heavy rain. If Santa was a vegan, I just might believe again. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to the turkeys, fattened up for dinner. Then they fatten up you as their carcass gets thinner. Merry Christmas to the geese, stuffed to the max and stuffed into you until heartburn attacks. Merry Christmas to the ducks, swimming in sauce, you can barely fit it in on the second lunch course. Merry Christmas to the chickens, torn into pieces, shared between your children, your nephews and nieces. Merry Christmas to the pigs, butchered and skewered, some put aside for the flesh to be cured. Merry Christmas to the sheep, the lambs and the goats, drowning in gravy poured on from a boat. Merry Christmas to the fish, no longer in water, sliced from their bones, fresh from the slaughter. Merry Christmas to the cows, roasted or stewed, finally at the table for which they'd queued. Merry Christmas to you in your tomb of a gut. Maybe they'll haunt you when they squeeze out your butt.